Why did I choose a Volkswagen GTI over a Honda Civic Si? Or even over a Subaru WRX? Honestly, I'm gonna tell you why. So let's get to it. So why choose a Volkswagen GTI over some other great choices? Like the Subaru WRX or a Honda Civic Si. Because I'm driving a... I'm kidding, that's not true. Stop it, Mitch. But seriously, why, out of all the cars you can choose, especially a WRX or an SI or a 350Z or even a Dodge Charger or Challenger, excuse me, sorry, thank you. Well, why not? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Seriously, what do you guys think? Right before I get this video started, let me know down in the comments if you have chosen one, why you chose it. I seriously want to hear you. It doesn't have to be a GTI. I want to hear reasons why before I tell you my reasons why I decided to go with a Volkswagen GTI all the way. Because this is not just, I didn't just buy a GTI. Actually I did, I bought 6. This is my 7th one. So, not to brag or anything, I'm kidding. Please do subscribe, it costs you nothing. It helps me with everything. And honestly, I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. We're at 2,500 right now. Safety first, cowboys. That's new. It's not doing it now. So honestly, to get us started, let me just say why I didn't choose, let's say, the Honda SI. The Honda SI, that sounds so weird. The Honda Civic Si. Get the Honda! Go get the Honda! Well, it started long ago with my very first car. As my first car, as we all get, we always get one first car. Mine was a 1998 Honda! Army green or something like that. With the tan cloth interior, all that fun jazz that had nothing in it. Just good old gas mileage and cheap insurance. Well, that car did not last long because it ended up having a rod knock. I have no idea how. I wasn't that very smart back then with cars and everything, and I didn't truly understand all that oil stuff and whatnot, and I was only 15. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that happened, because that probably, if I would have had that Honda and stuck with that Honda, I probably would have went with Hondas. But the reason why it didn't really work for me was because I think Honda is a very reliable car manufacturer. And I think they are a very good common car for a common person. And I just think the Honda Civic Si is a little bit nicer version of that kind of car, because it doesn't have a superior amount of power. It doesn't have the ability to create superior amounts of power, because everything is built for affordability and longevity and good gas mileage. You cannot have superior power with all three of those. And the other thing is, I wasn't really liking the design back then. For that time, it would be like 2015, 2014. Those models, they just weren't jiving. And it's kind of funny because I probably wouldn't have gone in 2014, 2015. It would have been more of like 2009 to probably 2012. And with the design being in hand, I was really design based. I really wanted something that was nice, something that was fast for the time, and something that would look nice, and you could put nice things into it and not break the bank. Knowing that, my decision was I didn't really want a car that everyone had. And that's my personal opinion. I don't want a car that everybody has all the time. Let's be honest, the Honda scene isn't fit for me. I have some friends, or had some friends, that did some incredible things with the Honda hatch and all that fun stuff, putting in massive turbos, redoing the whole engine, doing pistons, doing a crazy build. Go get the Honda! 500 to 600 horsepower. And those things were cool, but in order to get there, usually those cars were beaten to poo-poo caca. And it was totally like a chop shop job. But they were wickedly fast. They were pretty cool. And there was a few of them, so they definitely stuck out. But that wasn't for me. And that's really why I just never went with Honda, because I just personally felt like it was a very common family car that could not produce the type of power and fun I was looking for. Now, a Subaru, on the other hand, this one is easy why I did not choose a Subaru. And that being said is because, backstory, when I was deciding these things, I lived in Colorado. And if anybody knows Colorado, you should know that that place is infested with Subarus. There are a bunch of my buddies and a bunch of people at my schools and just people I was always around. They had so many people, and there's actually, I don't know if they're watching these videos, but there's a couple buddies now who still have the Subaru WRXs and STIs and Foresters and all that stuff. That's why I didn't like a Subaru. Subaru can create power, and Subaru does have a fun, funky, branded sound. When you upgrade those Subaru WRXs and STIs, they have that weird bubbly sound. If you've heard it, you know what I mean. They really are. It's funky, kind of cool to have that completely different sounding car. But oh my goodness, there are so many of them. It is overwhelming and not for me. And the reason being is because you can make really good power out of them. They are a lot cheaper than some other ones, like the Bug-Eye Subarus. They were fun. They're cool, obviously. It's funky to me. They're funky, and for me, where I was trying to choose the car I really wanted, Colorado had way too many Subarus, and that was just a complete turn-off. So I'm putting on the fact that I lived in Colorado and they were just like an invasive species down there that I just did not want a Subaru. I didn't want to be anywhere near it. I had fun in a couple of them. It is what it is. And that is the reason why. At first, I had a Audi A4 with a lot of little knickknacks to it. It had a full-blown blow-off valve. That's the first time I learned that there was turbo timers. Got a little turbo timer here that wouldn't allow the car to shut off for a certain amount of time to let the turbo cool down. And that's when I really started to get into Audi and the German cars, because that first car was something else. It was fun. It wasn't desperately fast, and I wanted more power. What happened was I was at school and one of my buddies finally got his car, and the car he got was a 2004 Mark IV GTI with a Cobb access port and a downpipe. He brought that car to school right when he got it. This kid, I will let you know, he was crazy. This kid was legitimately crazy. Crazy, full of energy, wild, would do crazy things you would never expect. And that was his first car that he got. And I got to take a test drive with him. They're always creeping. It's so annoying. Leave me alone. Anyways, that Mark IV GTI at the time with that Cobb access port was exactly what I was looking for. That thing was disgustingly quick. That thing, the way he drove it too, that kid was crazy. So he drove that thing like a freaking madman. And the first time I got in the car with him, I felt like I was going to die, but it was a crazy high. The sound it made, the tires just screeching because it was front wheel drive. For the first 2 gears, oh my gosh, I fell in love. That was it. That car, even though I never have owned a Mark IV GTI, probably won't, lit the fire in me. I was like, dude, this thing is so bad. Where did you get it? He's like, I picked it up for like $3 grand. $3,000? He's like, I had all this stuff on it, I didn't have to do anything. That thing was a miniature rocket. That it literally made you pucker up. Being younger back then, not really being into cars yet, not feeling obviously high level horsepower and all that fun stuff, that thing was a blast. So that after that day, I started looking for a Volkswagen GTI. And that is when I found my first Volkswagen GTI, which is a Mark V GTI that had the downpipe, the intercooler, and the stage 2 tune. Oh my gosh, the times I had with that thing were an absolute blast.
Someone stole my car. No. No! Come back!
Beating in Mexico all the Subarus and all the Hondas that would go against me. It was just perfection, fun, extremely adrenaline driven happiness. It was just happy. And that just is what kicked me off to continue the Volkswagen GTI. Leave a comment. I want to hear your opinions on what car you like, or what car you have chosen, and what car you want to get. I want to hear your guys' stories, and I want to see if you even agree with me with how I chose my car, and if you think the same, and whatever. Hit me down in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed, because I want to have discussions with y'all, so engage. I hope this might inspire one of you guys to get the car you want. I just told you my story and how I chose the GTI. It's all opinion based. If you want a SI, or you want a WRX or STI or anything like that, or even those Ford freaking Focuses, Ford Focus or Ford Fiesta, those are nice too. I have been in there. They're quick. Maybe this inspires one of you guys that is on the edge of wanting a GTI. If you are, look at some more of my other videos and see what you think. Go see my other video, because I am still giving away this. Currently, one person has commented, so as of right now, that one person is going to get it. And need a fix to your manifold. Get there now. I'm gonna pop into the gym, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Adios.